What's up, guys? I just wanted to make a video just kind of saying how my life is right now. Just all the things that I've kind of already accomplished slash I've done, just where I'm at in my life right now, just to get like kind of a start. Because, this is only my second video, so figured just kind of tell everything about me, what's been going on. So, who am I? I'm Justin. I'm a junior at Western Michigan University. I'm 19 years old. I have a 3.93 GPA currently, and that is studying finance and leadership business strategy. I don't really know what I want to do with my career, to be honest. Hopefully, something with just starting a business works out, so I don't really have to worry about that much. But right now, I don't have anything really set up, and I don't really know exactly what I want to do with my career. So, yeah, I'll have to figure that out, but that's about it with the schooling. Right now, for fun, I usually just work out 5 to 6 times a week. I used to be way more obsessed with the gym like a couple years ago. Lately, though, since I've been busy and stuff, it's been harder to make it to the gym. Lately, I've committed to 6 times a week, just going in, lifting, stuff like that. Just trying to at least maintain my shape, because my eating is still kind of off. I'm also trying to work on that. Yeah, and then I also just hang out with friends. I'm part of a business fraternity, so they host a lot of events and social events and parties and things like that. So that's kind of what I spend a lot of time doing as well. And just kind of what I've done so far in terms of business or just money in general. I've read about 15 books so far. I'll leave a picture of just all the books I've read. All the ones with the sticky notes are in them are the ones I've actually read. I've been watching YouTube videos every single night about business, self-improvement, mindset, strategy, things like that. So that's kind of where a lot of my knowledge and my motivation comes from, is those books and the videos. I worked at McDonald's for about 2.5 years. I actually just quit over winter break, so I've been not employed there for about a month and a half now. That was a little bit scary, but I was making 15 an hour there, and I just know that eventually I didn't want to work there, so I just figured I'd pull the trigger on that. And I've also been working at Meijer. That's a minimum wage job. I make about 12 an hour. That's where I currently work at college. I'm still working there, but my eventual goal, which I'll get to later, but one of my goals is to quit that job by the end of the year. So yeah, and I run a pressure washing business. Last year I did about 15K in 4 months during the summer. That wasn't terrible. I made about 10K profit. Between that and also working at McDonald's and Meijer, I was able to save up about 20K. I think that's solid. I feel at least that I have a lot more money than the people around me, but I know that in the long run, once we all get careers and stuff, then that's not a big amount of money. So I'm definitely trying to still work on budgeting, because easily I could have saved closer to 23 to 25K instead of 20K just by not spending stupid stuff. Like when I was making decent money this summer, like I spent like $1,000 on clothes before the school year, like just stuff like that. That was just stupid. So I'm trying to get better at budgeting for sure. I kind of just plan on out earning my spending though, which I guess is an endless cycle that I kind of need to improve on. So yeah, that's about where I'm at. Currently, that's all the things I've done, and I just wanted to say a couple things that I'm trying to really focus on working on throughout this semester, or the rest of this year, not semester, 2024. I'm obviously trying to still keep working and growing my business. I want to make about 40K in revenue during the summer, and that would be over 5 months instead of the 4. And also just with everything I've worked on, which I do plan on going and do a whole nother video about my business strategy behind what I'm going to be doing for 2024 for the summer, but 40K should be reasonably achievable, I think. So I'm excited for that. That'll be the most money I've ever made, and hopefully I can continue to grow it. So, and another thing is that I'm trying to hold myself more accountable. Just find myself saying I'm going to do things a lot, and then the next day kind of like pivoting, or just like deciding not to, or just not holding myself accountable at all for anything. So, if I make a goal, I'm trying to practice just, if I make a goal, I'm going to achieve the goal. I'm not going to just kind of work my way out of it. I want to be more of a reliable person, and I also want to feel that I'm more of a reliable person to myself, because at the end of the day, that's also pretty important. Yeah, and as I got to earlier, but kind of one of the biggest things this year is actually I just want to quit my minimum wage job. I want to completely cut it out. I just think it's kind of low leverage, like spending so much time making literally the least money you could possibly legally make per hour. That's my biggest goal, I would say, out of all of them. It's also kind of the scariest because then I wouldn't have anything to rely on, but that's why I kind of have to continue to improve myself and learn. Hopefully I can just make more revenue that way. So yeah, and my last one is just kind of get more comfortable being uncomfortable. Put myself in more uncomfortable situations, even like something like this, making a video, kind of uncomfortable for me. I think I said that in the last one too, that I'm not really used to being on camera. I'm not used to public speaking. I get nervous. So I'm really just trying to get better at that. And not only is this channel good for me to do that, but I'm also just going to be trying to do that in my day-to-day life, whether it's talking to people, whether it's, reaching out to employers or businesses or cold calling or door knocking or just getting more used to just having conversations. And on top of that, also just pushing myself. Like, if I say I'm going to read 200 pages on a book and, I start reading and, 50, this just happened to me the other day, that's why, but, 50 pages in, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm, a little bit bored. The book's good, but I'm just kind of bored and like it's hard to get through sometimes, but you have to just remain focused and of course it's kind of uncomfortable just sitting there being like, this is going to be it until I get to 200 pages, but I did do it and, just things like that. So that's kind of what I'm trying to work on for 2024, and that's where I'm at. All of these things are kind of just going to be what I'm putting most of my focus into throughout the rest of the year. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I will be making a couple more videos on kind of my goals. Like I want to make a video on all of the stuff that I have written on my walls just to kind of help understand how you can create an environment for success. And then on top of that, I want to make a video about my actual business plan, my business strategy. Not only so everybody else can kind of hear it, but also because I want to be able to look back on it and see things that I thought and see how they actually worked and see how they didn't. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.